Welcome back, race fans, to Deviant Racing for the final time in season 5.2. This is Webbo here to bring you today's race as we have done all through the rest of the season. GTD is made up of the GT4 Challengers, the second tier of our GT World Cup. And this is how things look. Top right of your screen, Junior, our 11-year-old ace, is looking at a potential 5-race winning streak this season out of the 6, and that would represent a maximum score. He's got the fastest lap in all of those rounds as well. Absolutely phenomenal. If he can do that, I think that would be a first for Deviant, especially in the second tier of racing where things are usually closer. This could be quite a special day. Let's wait and see, though. I don't want to put too much pressure on him. He will almost certainly already have been crowned champion junior there in P1. TX is doing double duty much of this season. He's taken the first win and no others. Has 57 points with Camzilla in second place at the moment in third. Those two drivers will go through to the relegation promotion battle. Junior will be guaranteed a place in GTD next season. K2 is fourth, Binkett's fifth, Mercury is sixth with Saito, Thrasher, Sully, Sid, Kuros, Dirksy, Jim and Slug making up our 14 entrants for the season. The drivers are on track at the moment. They're just getting out the pit lane, in fact. So I will switch over to that momentarily. We won't miss any action of the 10-minute qualifying session at Mount Fuji. Looks like an altogether far more cloudy day on the circuit as well. But Crayola lead the championship and I think could be declared winners by now ahead of Pod Racers in P2. Texas are in P3 with ODs, the original Deviants, in P4. Then we have Maple Star, Space Cowboys and the Anaerobic Naturals there. Rue may have had a similar season to JR in the past, says Jim. Well, we'll just have to go ahead and study the Hall of Fame history books for that one. Certainly within my tenure, if you can call it that. I think this would represent a first, but yeah, I will bow to your greater knowledge of the championship there, Jim. As you can see, the cars are out. TX is fresh from his hard-fought race in GTD Pro. I won't give you any spoilers on that account, but not an inconsiderable task to go straight from the GT3 straight into a GT4. You might think, well, surely that's easier, but actually it's quite a different skill set. The nuances are quite significant between the GT3 and GT4s, and I would say a harder car to extract the maximum out of the GT4s. They're running the Audi R26 livery, which is what's the word? It's growing on me a little bit, especially with that red front splitter and accents that they miss in the F1 livery. But this on an Audi TT does look the business, I have to say. TX is the first driver out there for his flying lap. As I mentioned, it is looking like a much cloudier day out there in Fuji, so drivers are going to be eyeing those clouds in the sky and wondering whether they will have quite as easy or as straightforward a time in terms of weather conditions as the GT3 drivers have had. Well, it will play merry hell with the strategy. If that already wasn't difficult, we've got an unannounced safety car and a digital spinner will be rolled during the intermission by our safety car driver and host, and that will decide the safety car. It could mean that we don't have a safety car, who knows. You can hear the tyre chatter from TX's Audi TT Cup car as he heads into turn 6, the hairpin. Little upshift mid-corner through the hairpin, using the low gear to decelerate the car with the engine, and then switching up before getting the throttle on to minimize the torque on the way out of the corner. He's got a car behind him. You see how dark it is out the rear window there. It will be tinted, that rear window, but through Dunlop for the right-angled version of Dunlop for this short circuit view. It's comparatively short. It's not actually a very short circuit at all. It just misses two corners in total around the Dunlop zone. This is Net's corner we come out of and into Panasonic, the final corner. As you can see, Mount Fuji in the background, actually slightly dwarfed by the foothills in front of it. but Fuji is the peak, naturally, with the snow top, as always. Then we've got TX coming out of the final corner then to set his first flying lap. And we did see for a long time in GTD Pro that the first flying lap stood for an age. 1:44, looking at about 10 seconds slower as usual there for the drivers. Junior goes into P1 immediately though, 43.6. K2 pips TX out there. Little chatter from the turbo. Camzilla goes fourth. We've got Kuroskaya across the line. He is going to go into P7. Quite a slow lap from him. Thrasher will be getting a small tow from the car in front. He goes through. Where will Thrasher cross the line? We will see as he comes up. It's quite a long run. A 2:03 is a very slow lap for him. We've got Chaotica waiting in the safety car. Is it a car today? I won't know until we get out there. It is a car. It's the Porsche. It's the new safety car he's gone for. But Junior then in the Hyundai Elantra TCR version, one of the newest cars in GT7. What a huge amount of slide down from the tyres coming through Dunlop. Could be the softs have already passed their best on board. Fully stripped out rear, and you can see the rear mounted camera there, which is weird. We've got a sort of rear mounted camera in the back of the car and then no camera feed in the dash. So I don't quite get that from Hyundai. Let's see if we decide to go in for tyres or back out or stay out. It looks like we're going in on Dad and Son. This is K2 in the Supra, white and gold livery here. He's heading in as well. Much more muted, sound protected road car feel on board. That one. This is Kudi, which I have to say carefully because it may be misconstrued. But Kudi or Sid here in P7. Lots of drivers coming into the pit lane, with the exception of TX, who stayed out. So we'll ride with him again. He was first out of the pit lane. He's not going to take it easy after being out earlier on in the GTD Pro race. But everybody else coming in apart from, well, TX at this stage. But yeah, perhaps that's why. And he goes a little bit wide out there. We'll try and shine a light on a few other drivers. This is Dirksey, winner of my Haptics seat competition earlier in the year. You want to know how that goes? I always put a link to the Haptics seat by Sensit Haptics in my video descriptions. If you want to know from someone other than myself how that goes and whether it's worth the upgrade, talk to Dirksey. Apparently he's been really enjoying it. Here is Mercury. I was going to say I fear he's on a default livery, but he's not. He's got the green headlights. Dunkin' Donuts, Mercedes AMG directly behind of Mercury on track. Anyway, carbon fiber all around him. It's got to be nice. Actually got given a carbon fiber wallet from the Apexor brand, among other merch gear in recent weeks. I did put a post out somewhere about that if you want to see it. Mercury 2 seconds off the actual pace at this stage. Junior 0.8 of a second faster than K2 on those first flying laps. I'll go back to Junior momentarily. We'll just see Mercury across the line, see if Merc has managed to extend his position. No, not at this stage. Here is Junior starting his next flying lap. Needs that car coming out to slam on the anchors, and did so. Looks like we've got a bright purple car in front of Junior here. It's going to be interesting to make out. 43.654 the time he is chasing. He's within range of it through sector 1, which is pretty much just the first braking zone. But of course, if you do get a slipstream down the long straightaway, it can make a significant difference to your first sector time. It tends to even itself out into Oof. Into the hairpin, and it's a Star Trek purple Lamborghini on his right-hand side here. Junior typically staying incredibly calm, but that will be problematic for him. He'll hope he doesn't get dive bombed down the inside there. He has made the overtake. Should be time trial rules, really, shouldn't it? Or rallying rules, that if you do catch the car in front, then clearly you're slower than them in qualifying, and you should allow them through, but it doesn't work out like that. Usually we put the onus on the following driver to create the gap. Unfortunately, if they create a gap they think is all right, and the car in front of them makes a mistake, then you're in trouble. Here comes Junior out of Panasonic. 7/10 of a second is his gap. 3/4 of a second in total at the moment out front. Absolutely at one with his Elantra. When he gets promoted, it will be a big... He's actually gone faster still. Straight back to the pit lane though. And we'll see if the Supra in the hands of K2 Mars can get ahead here. But yeah, when Junior is promoted, he will have to get used to a GT3 car very quickly, and that will be an interesting challenge, an interesting differential for him to take on. And of course, he'll be driving with faster drivers in qualifying at least. This is a purple first sector for TX. No sign of a slipstream from a car in front helping him to that, but by 1/10 of a second he has a purple first sector. It's looking good for him. 10 minutes have elapsed. Junior has gone into the pit lane, so he won't be fighting this one. We've got Kudi in third, and TX hoping to get himself at least onto the front row of the grid, but he'll be somewhat depressed by the 9/10 of a second differential between himself and Junior at this stage. Let's see into sector 2, and he's actually lost time through sector 2 relative to Junior, but he's gained time on himself. It's a tricky one to explain, but here he is coming through into the final 3 corners. Now make that final 2 corners. That was actually counted as 2 separate turns, that double left, and then into the right-hander of Panasonic. Waiting. You can't quite see your exit before you really want to be putting the throttle down. As he comes through, the skies look to have cleared out a little bit for everybody. Still a couple rain clouds around, but I think things have equaled out a little bit. We'll have a look later on. But across the line then, TX no faster for himself that time. Stays on row 2 at this stage. The teammate of Junior driving the Elantra. It's not all the car, it's some the car. But Binkit is in 5th place here. Zen just informing us there that Junior's been in Pro before, but he left and came back in GTD. Yes, absolutely. Just that the intervening, after becoming so accustomed to his GT4 Hyundai, it will be a bit of a step change. Well, Binkit, please don't do that to people qualifying. Anyway, there we go. We have it. So the result of qualifying, Junior on top once again in his gold. Now, there's a British touring car history. The Peugeots used to race with a gold nose and a green rear in a very similar colours layout to this new one. So I'll look forward to enjoying that one. Junior in P1 ahead of K2 as they head down into turn 1. That's going to be interesting. We've got Kudi in P3 and TX in 4th. Then comes Binkit and Camzilla in row 3. Row 4 is Thrasher and Dirksey. Row 5, Mercury and Saito. Row 6, Sully and Kuros Kai. And Chaotic will be driving the 911 Turbo S safety car. Now, I think that might go quicker on the first lap than the GT4s. So Chaotic is going to have to rein in his ambitions and keep calm, not try and overtake people, because the top speed of that 911 or 992 will be quite significant. But Junior on course then to go for that 5 race win and fastest lap streak that he's currently enjoying, that has taken him to this title so far. But don't worry, there is plenty still to fight and enjoy through the rest of the race. Random weather for everybody. Just check out the radar as well. See if anything is on the horizon. or has been on the horizon, as it were. We don't actually get a weather forecast, we get like a weather report. But we did see some rain clouds around, so and it can rain here, but it appears to not have been in the vicinity for any time. Larry cheering on Junior, absolutely, as the race is going to be underway soon. I haven't had an update on the specific race start time, but it should be around now. There it is. Perfect. Thank you to Chaotica for completing that very, very quickly. And yes, we'll have to study the history books, but this is certainly going to be up there with one of the greatest single season drives of all time here. If Junior can complete this this famous pole to win challenge. He's got the gold. He's got the #1 on the car already. That's a bit of class. But we go for one last time in GTD. Oh, we've got a slight jump start there. He's very keen to get underway as Junior. He'll be the car will be killed and dead on him there as everybody then screams by. It's drop the clutches, go, go, go. But Junior hops forward and causes himself no end of problems. Down to P7 or 8 already. And there's one of the AMGs going absolutely flying into turn 1 as well. Who was that? Who went out super wide? It was Camzilla. So our top drivers, first and third in the championship, have not had good starts at all. K2 then, 0.6 of a second in front of TX, and then it's Cudi in third. We've got Junior already back to P4. Incredible start here. As I've just seen the green rear on the car as well. So fantastic details there from him. We've got Cudi in 4th, Thrasher in 5th, Binkit in 6th, and Saito 7th. It looks like split liveries left and right are the way to go today. The fashion. Sully in 8th, Mercury 9th, 10th, Kuroskine 11th, Camzilla in 12th, and Chaotica driving the Porsche and almost pressuring P12 there to get on with it, Camzilla. The Supra leads of K2 in the slightly laggy Brazilian connection from TX, and then comes Junior. Given Junior's advantage over the field through the course of the race, through the course of qualifying, this should be easy pickings, but he started on the hard tyres. He had a jump start. That killed the engine for a couple seconds. So you can see the low, moody tone of the Hyundai Elantra. And then we've got Cudi, Binkit, and Saito. Here is Cudi being chased by Binkit there, Team Texas, and I think that's Crayola with the brick wall effect. We'll get close and have a look at that shortly. Just checking out Junior going for the move down the inside into Daiichi corner. Behind them comes Binkit on Cudi in the sister Hyundai. It is the Crayola car. Cudi's made that quite easy, I think, for Binkit. Junior stayed ahead of TX for 2nd position, and we've got K2 leading. Zen saying, I think Cam got hit. That makes more sense, for sure. But unfortunately, I'm going to say that you cursed him, Zen, by saying, let's go Cam, unless that was ironic. Saito in P6 with Thrasher in the Dunkin' Donuts Mercedes AMG. Saito turning in as if that bright white nose with pink accents and sprinkles was invisible to him into the hairpin. But I don't know. Maybe Saito doesn't have his radar up or wasn't using it, or is in VR or something. Got the Mustang of Mercury in P8. Nice line through Dunlop in towards turn 11. Usually called turn 13, but turn 11 at this time anyway, as Thrasher weaves his way around the Lamborghini, and Mercury looks to be doing the same pretty soon. Thrasher on the hard tyres, so is Mercury out there, and it might be a good time to have a quick replay of the start of the race. So let's have a look further back. You can see that was the jump start problem for Junior. Just want to go back and see. This is Camzilla. Well, yes. Okay. He kind of nudged the car in front before then before then crossing lanes and being hit from behind. So a lot of moving around, a lot of movement to track. There you can see Dirksy wearing the Sensit Haptics sticker on the front of the car. Told you he's a fan. We've got Mercury in 8th, Saito in 7th, Thrasher in 6th, and then up to Cudi in 5th, Binkit in 4th, TX in 3rd. We've got Junior there hassling K2 Supra like his life depends on it. It's lap 3 and he's gone for it into the hairpin. That might be a little bit overzealous. K2 saw it coming, went for the switchback. Slightly shorter run through these right-handers to the Dunlop corner for Junior. I'm liking the livery option here. Very interesting from Junior in his new Champions Gold. So he's got gold wheel rims as well. I'm not quite sure what the bright green is signifying, but we'll have a look at that later on. That's the Monza green, and I think he's got the Nürburgring on the red side. Celebrating his wins. He's got the Suzuka sticker and the Le Mans, and this is the one for Fuji as well. So, wow, here comes K2 back on Junior, who leaves him a bit of room as he is very sensible. I don't think we've had a change for K2 there. Still the Dagobah green-stained X-Wing view as we head down. How did that just happen? I think that's the lag. That's insane. Just teleporting backwards there. Here we go. So just keep your eye on the trick play here by the... There it is. Okay, no, it wasn't a penalty. It literally just phased backwards there. So that is absolutely nightmare fuel for anyone racing with him. TX is in 2nd now. It's got ahead. Yeah, there you go. Then it was a teammate, so it's not ironic. Okay, so it was a teammate curse because I get blamed for this stuff all the time. So I'm going to give some blame back. K2 down the inside through 100R, sorry. Japanese corner names often named after the radius in meters. 100R, 130R. There's the 300R of turn 9 here in Fuji. Zen says penalty. You think that was a penalty? Okay. It seemed to happen quite late, but there you go. It didn't visually ghost to me, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Anyway, TX chasing K2. The battle of the two initials, or the acronyms. Here goes TX. Little bit of paintwork traded. Silver Audi on the white and, well, mostly white, certainly off-white, tree-stained or Dagobah swamp-stained X-Wing for K2. Junior leads by 2.2 seconds. Doesn't have the fastest lap yet. I expect it will be about to change here. Junior GT, it says on the back of his car as well, which I like to see. Safety car remains in the pit lane. We don't know when that safety car is coming out. We do know it happened very early in the GTD Pro race. I read the chat late. Right, okay. Junior phased through because the other car said, but yeah, okay, no problem. I do have to keep my eyes on the race screen as much as possible. But what's funny is your comment, Zen, from about let's go Cam, and I think Cam got hit, were time coded at the exact same minute in my view of the live chat. It might be coming through late, I don't know, but it just, yeah, that's a curse if ever I've seen one. We're going to have a look at these liveries up close. We do enjoy it. Saito in P7, Mercury, Camzilla, Sully, a great triplicate here, triple car battle pack here, as they run around the as close as they get really to Mount Fuji through 100R. As the AMG looks a little bit more planted, getting a narrower line than the Mustang, which has never won awards for turning circle, a Mustang. Hard tyres as well, not helping. Trying to own the inside lane there into Dunlop. Can try and thread the needles, keep it on the inside lane. Dive to the inside comes Saito. I would call that a dive bomb, but I almost did. Into the double left then of 12 and 13. Again, Mercury should have the shorter run, but they're really holding each other up here. Whoa, spearing off the track went Dirksy there. in the background. Looks like Sully in the Supra has gone for a purple night sky version of Return of the Jedi. It's quite similar to the difference we had between the cars in the GTD Pro race earlier on. Just slightly more, I guess, cost-effective in the sticker department is Sully. Not going for the move on the Mustang down into Daiichi. Should be that the Supra have better acceleration and handling around the midpoint of the circuit. Safety car remaining in the pit lane. We may see the safety car. We may not. We don't know. It is open to a randomized roll, and the drivers will not be told when that will be. So they have to dance on their wits here. Junior has now got the fastest lap of the race, so normal service is resumed. Got some good Crayola colours on here. We haven't put green on that wing mirror, which I think we're supposed to, but maybe he's gone for the red because he's going. Oh, I think I get it. I think I get it. I think he's gone for mandatory green on one side, mandatory red on the other for GTD Pro, and he's sort of halfway in between the two because he knows he's going to be promoted. Maybe that's the theme. Roy, you're going to have to help me out here. Haven't heard from you yet. I don't know if you're all nerves, but you shouldn't be. It should just be a happy possible bonus here after securing the championship. TX in second place, and we've got Binkett and K2 here trying to battle over third. We've got Cudi and Thrasher battling over fifth. Lots of close cars running. Here's K2. Look down the inside on Binkett. Nice textbook overtake from K2 there. A lot of hard work done to stay with him on the way through and out of Panasonic. And here we go. Good run. Speed advantage. And then it's all done on the brakes on the dirty side of the track to the inside. Claiming the apex. Sticking it just about to the exit. Another really nice overtake then. This time from K2. He's on the medium tyres. Binkett's on the hards. Slightly taller, heavier, higher centre of gravity. Hyundai Elantra doesn't seem to be hurting Junior, but Binkett driving a good season as well. Then we have a look at Thrasher there, being chased by Cudi. I mentioned before, TX the only other driver to win this season other than Junior, who had an absolute shocker of a of a second place in round one. So it's been quite the record season. It'll be a maximum score if you can get fastest lap in the win today. With the dropped result, it'll be a maximum score from today's running, which is just something else. Absolutely incredible. Just further back, we've got Camzilla and Saito. Saito to the inside there, coming through Panasonic. I'm not sure either car are going to be particularly liking coming out of Panasonic side by side because you're not getting that slipstream. Then we get Saito then on the slightly less grippy side, losing a car length, but he'll duck straight back in and try and get the slipstream heading down into turn one. I'm really intrigued by what this livery is. Not seen anything like this for some time then from Saito. I'll try and do my best. It's going to be space cowboy themed, space themed, and it looks like something I'm not going to guess, and I might need some audience help. Mercury in ninth chasing this group as well. It almost looks like fire and ice, but I don't think that quite fits with the theme. Running through Coca-Cola turn 3. Mercury on the tail of this group. And we wait to see whether the safety car will make an appearance, and if so, when it will be. You can see the 6 hours of Fuji banners on one of the grandstands there on the way through. I guess you guys call them bleachers. But yes, Chaotica remains in the pit lane. He's got a special Fuji livery on that today. Junior leads now by 5.7 seconds. That will give him a slight pause. There you go, little penalty just to refocus slightly, and TX will gain probably a second going down this straightaway as a result of that penalty on Junior's car. But oh no, it won't be this time because it was too close to the penalty marker, so it'll be next time round. So at least he can do something about it. Binkett has K2 behind of him again and chasing him down. Let's see if we go for the move here. K2 not going for it. Binkett not defending either. So a bit of a game of chicken going on between the two of them. Neither of them went for anything. Let's join K2, shall we? I was going to say on board. Let's go on the hood as we just check out behind. Lovely detail there, Lucasfilm, and all the dirt stickers over the top. Fantastic to see. Let's see, flooring it through the exit of 100R in 4th gear. Such different lines through the hairpin. That one didn't help K2 at all. Struggling a little bit with understeer in the Supra right now. Possibly the front left is starting to give up, and then you see Binkett not even visiting near to the apex that time, and then having to play a little bit of a defensive shape on the way into what is today turn 11, normally turn 13. I'm always in two minds. Do I maintain corner numbering on a short circuit from the long circuit view, or do I readjust? Anyway, into Panasonic. The last two corners have got names, so that makes life a lot easier. On board then with the Supra. Looks like, well, Binkett is weaving, I think, rather than going into the pit lane for sure. K2 will hit the anchors for just half a second. That's going to help Thrasher to pass. There we go. Thrasher in the Dunkin' Donuts, very Simpsons donut livery as well. Thrasher goes through. Oh, Cudi going wide in the Audi TT, and then back to Thrasher side by side with K2. K2 a little bit quicker through turn 1 and 2. Oh, that was so close to disaster there as he turned in across the nose of the AMG. He did have the car ahead, but that's putting a lot of faith in the car behind of you not to run into you. Camzilla, good rescue job so far. Camzilla in 7th, and Cam is currently sitting in 3rd in the championship, only 5 points away from TX in the with the drop scores taken into account. So Cam has been on the podium 3 times this season. Has no scored in Le Mans, didn't I think race with us in Le Mans. So looking for podium number 4 in a dominant season by a youngster. Here is Saito, just ahead of Mercury, 1.1 seconds, but they've already dropped 21 seconds in not even 20 minutes there to the outright leader of the race. Still no sign of movement from the pit lane from our safety car. The drivers are in the zone now where they can 2-stop regardless, I think, of when the safety car comes out. For some, the safety car will work if it comes out near a pit stop window. For others, it won't. Looks like we're getting about 20-ish minutes on a set of mediums. We just saw Sully. This is Kuros Kai, who's gone for a Star Trek inspired livery, just the logo Star Trek and a Vulcan greeting or farewell, live long and prosper hand gesture. Dad and Sons Junior leads the race by 6.7 seconds, and that will please any kids watching. He also has the fastest lap of the race, a 1:45.051. I'm sure every kid watching will be absolutely in awe of Junior here. I wish I could name check him, but I don't know if the family prefer quite understandably, for him to be referred to purely as junior or son of dad and son, while he's a minor, essentially. That would be absolutely understandable. But a tremendous run so far this season, and obviously spent a little bit of his practice time on the livery as well. Here is TX in the F1 style Audi badged TT, with a few additional stickers there, a few extra sponsors than they've actually managed, I think, in the F1 team so far. Binkit in the brick wall Crayola livery today, ahead of K2, 0.3 of a second only. K2, little flash of the lights. That's usually just a driver on a controller depressing the steering input as well. It's usually keyed to the light flash. But Binkit, not sure. Is K2 going to go for it? Is he going to hit me in the rear? It's okay. Once again, it's all right. As Luke Skywalker's swamp-stained X-Wing livery on the Supra is also then chased down by Thrasher, who's had a somewhat slow start to the race, but is going to feature, I think, in the top placings today. Hard tyres would explain quite a lot of that situation. So 39.43. I think too much to expect the medium tyres to reach half distance. We may, like I say, we may not get a safety car, so the drivers cannot assume anything about the safety car at all. They have to just run their race as best as possible and just be on their toes. What do we think of the Texas Department of Public Safety all black and gold livery with white wheels combination here? It's the State Trooper look, but I would imagine they're not running white rims, State Troopers. I could be wrong. Cam Ziller in 7th here in the Jaguar. One of the few manufacturers that we actually have in both GTD Pro and GTD this season. I would imagine that the Elantra is going to end up getting retired for next season because it's going to win the championship. But we will see. Might even get a new GT3 or GT4 car this in the intervening period between now and season 5.3. Cam Ziller almost looking like the shadow of Cudi, probably the other way around given the colour schemes, but Cam Ziller with good slipstream, not quite the overlap though. By the time they get to the braking zone, keeping the pressure on, Cudi runs wide. Cudi's been struggling to get the Audi turned into Daiichi corner in race trim. Cam Ziller on hard tyres, looks like the mediums are going off. It's going to be a tricky one around the outside. I wonder if Cudi is running his kind of qualifying time trial braking zones and not quite adjusting for his additional weight on the car and poor tyre condition at this stage. Drivers just hanging out there as long as possible. We haven't had any scheduled pit stops yet because even the medium runners still hoping that the safety car will come out to suit their strategy. But the hard runners have got that extra bit of wiggle room, so to speak. This is Junior in the sunshine. That is going to fade later on, but no sign of the rain that was threatening in qualifying. Looks like Thrash has made his way by K2 as they go in towards Panasonic. Just ride on the chase cam here. Anybody actually going to pit, or is everyone just weaving to the inside? Looks like Thrasher might be about to come in. He is on his way into the pit lane. So the first of our scheduled pit stops at around minute 23. Yeah, minute 23 it is. I can't watch K2's car particularly well, unfortunately, given the lag. It's a little bit off-putting. Certainly doesn't feel very good being the camera car. But this another new Crayola design. So if we get close to the end of the race and we haven't seen the safety car, we'll have to do our livery review at race pace. Hopefully it won't be too close at the end for that period. Cam's in 5th, Coody in 6th. We've got Mercury in the Mustang in P7. Smart looking car, but it doesn't look much like a racing car, I've got to say. This one does. Saito in P8, the Lamborghini. Dirksey, Mercedes AMG. Again, this GT4 just feels a bit like a kind of posh road car. Doesn't quite feel as much of a monster as some of the other race-trimmed race cars. Sully, sleek, shiny, dark blue and purple Star Wars themed livery for the pod racers, out on the grass as well. There's no way to treat your worn hard tyres and expect anything other than refusal to turn in at the next corner. Thrasher in 11th then. There's brand new medium tyres on board for him. I don't know if he could target a set of softs at the end, but I imagine it's going to be hard, medium for Thrasher on his outlap at the moment. He managed to come out in front of GTD Pro safety car driver. No, got that wrong. Sorry, it's Kuroskai. Something about my brain just cannot disassociate Kuroskai and Saito. It's just the C. I don't know. I don't think I'm dyslexic, but there are moments. Duddenson leads by 11.2 seconds now after just 15 laps. He doesn't belong here, does he? But he's clearly going to go to a faster series next time out. But why not complete a fantastic entry in the record books? I can confidently tell you that no 11-year-old has ever done this before at Deviant. TX in second has an advantage himself of 6 seconds over third place K2, who's got ahead of Binkit again. These two not separated by much all race long so far. And yeah, Zen, absolutely right. Calling out Cam for the comeback. Up there in P5 now in the Maple Stars livery. Here he is, North America United. Seems to be the adopted logo of the Maple Stars this season. Just up front, we've got Binkit and K2. K2 very sportingly indicating into the pit lane there. It's encouraged, but I think not required. It's nice that some drivers can remember to do it. It's very difficult, I have to say, in VR if you're in the helmet cam and your dash display doesn't show you whether your blinkers are on or not. It's actually quite difficult to know whether you've depressed the correct button or not. Let's join for a roller coaster lap with Coody in the Audi TT. Personal best as well. Good time to do this as the fuel is burning off. Drivers, even on the hards, having to come in as the fuel loads are running out. I think I might have mentioned this before, but feels like maybe we need to just increase the tyre multiplier a little bit for next season. Feels like maybe we've run out of fuel more often than we run out of tyres in the first stint, even on the mediums for many drivers. So I don't know, stick that in the suggestion box, or I'll bin it, depending on how you feel. Through Dunlop we go. There's the setting sun behind the clouds, actually, now. I don't know if that will mean anything in terms of weather rolling in or not, but obviously rain is more likely once the sun has gone. Through Panasonic we go. I reckon that'd be quite a fun hotel to stay in on the left. Fuji's one of those circuits you can actually get a bus ride while a practice session is going on. For some of the WEC events, you can do that. Coody, TX coming in. Coody coming in as well. Mercury in the Mustang staying out. And it's TX and Coody in off the hard tyres when their fuel has gone. earlier than I think we might have a couple medium drivers out there. I'm just going to flick through the drivers and check on that. We've got no medium drivers still out. We've got Thrasher on new mediums. He was the first to blink. And there is K2. Never seen a track limit he doesn't want to explore and test. K2 here at Fuji today. And an all purple and yellow Star Trek livery for Kuros Kai. Safety car remains planted, remains watching on. And Junior's lead is 20 seconds after 30 minutes, or 17 laps. Given his problems at the start, jump start meant that his engine was cut for the required number of seconds. That put it back to around 7th position, I want to say, going into the first turn. A couple of incidents, and he's back to 5th by the end of the first lap. Didn't waste any time getting back. Didn't take his time at all. Just went flat out. And you see that a lot with dominant drivers. They never want to want to be in the mix. Pinkett's gap to Cam now is only 2.6 seconds, second to third. Just underlining the pace that Camzilla has and places he could have been in. But into the pit lane, off the hard tyres, out of fuel as well for Cam. I don't know if the Elantra has any weaknesses. You can tell me, live audience, if the Elantra has any weaknesses, but clearly fuel economy isn't one of them. As they come through, then I'm going to have a look here while we've got pit stops happening at this livery, because what have we got here? Journey before destination. Nice charity thing note there on the car, but I'm afraid I don't know what this sci-fi is. I don't know if the sci-fi is called the Sunlit Man or what, but yeah, this is a brand new one on me. It's a nice livery for sure, really cool, but yeah, brand new to me, and I do know a fair amount about sci-fi, so this is very intriguing for me. So if anybody knows what this one is, what these two are, please let me know, because I don't know. But Saito there in P3. Thrasher, we've seen the Dunkin' Donuts a little bit now. Kind of belongs in Team Sugar Rush, doesn't it? Or a coffee shop kind of livery theme. Quite sure. It's the Anaerobic Naturals. But I don't get why we've got Dunkin' Donuts. Audi is just because it's Audi, I think, and they like the F1 style livery. TX in 5th right now, but he has made a pit stop. So he was running 2nd, but by quite a margin. Those are the temporary barriers there that they move at Fuji, depending on whether you're going to use the long track version turn 11, 12, and the tighter Dunlop turn 10. But then they move them across, of course, to cover that shorter route that the short circuit takes. Through Panasonic we go. Team Sugar Rush still influencing the league. Says astonishing. Absolutely. I can't wait for Sugar Rush to come back, honestly. I need a Twix livery. I asked for one last time, I didn't get one. So I'm waiting on a Twix livery from everybody at Sugar Rush. And hopefully we're going to have it's not Red Bull, is it? Or Monster? Mountain Dew. Hopefully we're going to have Mountain Dew at the end of the season as well. Zen cheering on Sugar Rush as well. We're going to have a big queue for drivers to drive for Sugar Rush this season, I think, coming. Dirksey in 10th. There's Saito. There's Sully in 11th at the moment. Again, new tyres on board. Junior. First real slow lap was lap 18. This lap 19 will be the end. Nice one, Zen, captain of Team Sugar Rush. Into the pit lane we go. On board with Junior. And yeah, one slow lap there preceding the in lap. But that was a comparatively slow lap. Here comes Binkit. Looks like this is the lap for everybody. Lap 19 they managed on the hard tyres and a full tank of fuel. The slightly more fuel economic cars anyway. We've got Thrasher still with, well, he's got the blinkers on, which is anticipation of a safety car, but the safety car still hasn't moved. It's quite the opposite to the situation we had in GTD Pro. Oh, it looked like Camzilla was sliding around there slightly, but all good. I've been looking at classic Jaguars for sale around me recently. There's an XJ-S and an XJ-8 for very small amounts of money locally. I really can't be buying broken old cars right now, but and I really can't sit in a Jaguar, I don't think, but I still like the look of them. They're still gorgeous cars. I just can't take the reputation of driving a Jag. Dirksey in 9th, Saito is 10th. Then we've got Sully and Kuroskai. Chaotica waits for his moment in the sunshine, or it might be a moment in the sunset, still to come. Junior's lead now cut to 13 seconds thereabouts over Thrasher, who was, remember, the first driver to pit. So that is now a genuine gap between Junior and Thrasher, although I don't think Thrasher has used the hards for very long. Still waiting on that possible safety car period. TX has dropped 20.5 seconds to Junior so far, anyway. That is a second a lap, obviously, after those first pit stops have happened. And now on the same tyres, got a reasonable amount of fuel on board. Looks like it's going to be a slightly shorter stint from TX though. Hasn't brimmed the tank with fuel this time out. Most people have. So clearly committing to a shorter medium tyre stint there. Maybe he just doesn't feel like he can do that. Very different lines coming through Panasonic then. Binkit on brand new mediums. Camzilla just does a beautiful switchback there. Let's have another check of that one. That was positioning and timing to perfection. Binkit was holding firm on the inside line, possibly defending here. And then even on the marbles, look at this one from Cam. Absolutely beautiful. New tyres and offline there. It's low grip. Both the entry and exits of the corner for Camzilla were low grip, but he really did a great job of getting that overtake complete. Hang that one on the wall, I think, Cam. We've got Kudi, not quite in the Louvre, but you know what I mean. Kudi's in 6th place here, 30 seconds away from the lead. K2's dropped back slightly. Now he's got the hard tyres on. And then you've got Mercury, who's pretty much been in the midfield all race long so far. Just doesn't have the sort of, I don't know, doesn't look racy, and it doesn't sound racy, the Mustang. I'm sure it sounds beautiful inside. Most Mustangs do. Very throaty at the low end. We're not revving it particularly high. I'm sure that's optimal, but it sucks for the ears. 22 minutes, 22 to go on the clock on the final part of our season 5.2. Great line through Dunlop there. It's where we get this tremendous camber change through these this final sector. Very technical, twisty, blind exits, sometimes blind apexes as well. It's not quite climbing the mountain. That was an interesting double upshift. A lot of time off throttle for Merc through Panasonic. And then possibly, is that K2 heading towards pit road? I wouldn't see why. Why is K2 heading in the pits? He's just going to do a really quick couple laps on the hard tyres and then go back onto the mediums, because we're in the medium tyre window now. Safety car has indeed now come out. So K2 comes in. I thought pit lane would be closed, but maybe the rules are different when it comes to our run here. So we do manage to get ourselves a bit of safety car. We've got the prostate cancer charity there. Get yourself checked. Get checked. I can say fully supportive of all those charities that we're calling out today. But that one particularly for a mostly male audience and cohort here. 70 miles an hour. That's a nice design on the Porsche. Who did that one? Is that a Globus? Doesn't appear to be a Globus design, but that's very nice indeed. Then you can see celebrating the championship win already. Very touring car, very nice from Junior. I don't know if that's a custom sticker he's got there, Junior GT, or he just found that in the big sticker box we have. But super stuff, and appreciate the Webbo Comms stickers as well, making room for that. You got the Dunkin' Donuts. We have seen this one before, and just indicating their Thrasher is in VR. Didn't know that about Thrasher, so special shout out to that for him. I just noticed the Webbo sticker on the rear quarter of the Audi livery as well. So again, big thank you. And we've got plenty of sponsors on the car here, and it does suit the TT probably more than the F1 car, especially with those red accents on the front as well. Really like that. Again, once again, we've seen the Maple Stars plenty this season. It's a Webbo down on the sill area there. Now I'm going to pay a bit of extra attention to this one. This is a graffiti on the wall livery for the. It's just basically, I think they've gone and found as many graffiti stickers in there as possible. Gone for a 42 as well for the race number, but maintaining the mandatory sticker allocation as well. Team Crayola have had a lot of fun this season, and it's great, their creativity on these. It, again, doesn't look like it's a Globus livery. He has done most of the Crayolas this season, but really like this one on the Hyundai. State Trooper continues to police the speed limits down this main straightaway. We go green already. Just one safety car lap then. Very quick from our racers. Junior's lead is cut to nothing. Oh, and they're going to go 3 wide down the main straightaway we go. And just getting a little bit tight and twisty down there. We're going to have another look at that momentarily. But Binkit kind of muscled out, somewhat ironically given the size of his Hyundai Elantra. Again, just rubbing a bit of that brick wall paint onto the AMG, sorry, the Jaguar I think it was, on his inside there. We've got Camzilla in 5th with the gold wheel rims as well for Cam. 18 minutes to go. No close pit on unannounced safety car. Thanks then, appreciate that. A raw nuance I did not know about. K2 in 8th place, Dirks in 9th, Saito in 10th, and yeah, let's have another look at that restart then. From this midfield, Mercury would be a good driver to watch this, as the drivers kind of went 3 wide for a moment here, and then looked like Binkit was trying to get back towards the racing line. Cam kind of ironically making contact on the restart after the first start we had, but managed to make it through anyway. Mercury there in 8th place, as he has been pretty much the entire race long, Mercury. But obviously his chance of a better finish somewhat maximised as we now that we've closed the field back up. But it's absolutely furious here in this midfield. Mercury chasing Cutie, chasing K2. And then there's also some close racing up ahead as well. Junior leads TX and Thrasher out front. You can just about see them disappearing in the distance as they go through to start lap 24. This is Cudi on K2. Down the inside, the Audi not quite getting an early apex anyway. No drivers really troubling the apex at all through Daiichi. Such is the way that they're trying to stretch the braking zones. Tyres will have cooled, will continue to be tricky to get it back up to temperature given the situation with the setting sun. Pocket Coffee, the sponsor of Dirks' Maple Stars, as well as Sensit Haptics. So we head down there, Mercury. defending P8 and defending it well. Saito in the split livery, Sully in 11th, Kuroskai in 12th, and then going through, we've got Chaotica gone back to the pit lane, hasn't quit out on us. Look at Junior, 3-second gap already. This is great for him to have those medium tyres on as well to make that difference ahead of TX, who may well have just given up the idea of a win here today in GTD. Junior's dominance in the GT4 and that Elantra is certainly remarkable. Incredible stuff from our 11-year-old racer from the Netherlands. We've got down the straight here, we've got Thrasher in P3, Camzilla and then Binkit. Separated by less than a second between them. Then you've got 1 second just about to K2. And then Kudi, Mercury, Dirksey and Saito all in a line as well. All giving each other slipstreams. The running lights there have come on the Mustang. I think other people's running lights have come on as well. So that's interesting. Some sections of the racetrack, particularly this first bit, looking quite dark on board. As we'll go to the chase cam here for Saito. Tyres always complain. This is the corner 100R that kills that front left for everybody. I feel fairly certain. Just 1/4 of an hour remains for our season 5.2. There hasn't been much competition for the wins here in GTD this season. 4 consecutive wins and fastest laps for Junior. Might be 5 by the end of today. Still has that fastest lap. Now it's a 1:44.0. And there's a little bit of different lines happening into Panasonic. Looks like Mercury's going to at least get side by side with Kudi here. That means neither of them will get a slipstream. They'll get a small side draft, but it looks like Kudi in the Audi outstripping the Mustang in the first phase anyway. So Mercury can duck back, but I think it will be too little too late by the time they get down to Daiichi, unless someone's looking for a bit of a sketchy move. There's some moves going on up front here as well, but Dirksey to the inside. Kudi typically running the wall of death on the outside of Daiichi corner, and living at the moment. It's nip and tuck between Mercury, Kudi and K2, and yes, and Dirksey there on the outside through 100R. Into the hairpin we go. And it is Kudi who maintains this 7th place. Mercury is in 8th, as he has been, and then Dirksey in the AMG. In the GT4 category in ACC, that Mercedes AMG is the meta car, but not apparently here in GT7. So it always amazes me just how different the different sims interpret the handling of the GT3 and GT4 different car makes and manufacturers. Very little. There's a little bit in way of vehicle dynamics as to where the engine is located on the car, but that's about it really. When you've got cars in common across sims, I'm trying to find the golden comparison kart and track that is in every game and every everything, and I'm sure it's probably going to be a Porsche, and it's probably going to be Spa. They seem to be able to give that over to everybody, and of course the Porsche already has that great rear wheel drive dynamic, Mercury has managed to make it up to 7th place, and there was much rejoicing. Getting out of 8th place here. So, making his way by the State Trooper. And you've got Dirksey then chasing down Cudi. Closer to the back of Cudi than Cudi is to the back of Merc. Looks like it was Merc just trying to get out from the shackles there. K2 on the tail of this midfield battle, the tail end of the podium. TX well and away in 2nd place, but Thrasher defending this podium here in P3 from Cam, Binkett, K2, all very close, and K2 is almost helping Binkett around next corner into Panasonic. Next 10 minutes to go, and we're on the cusp then of a famous victory. Obviously, mechanical issues may still affect the drivers. They may run out of fuel, but I think their strategies are pretty much on lock. Pretty much everybody has similar fuel levels. About half a tank of fuel remain on the cars. Junior has put in a 44.0 on lap 24. Hasn't gone faster than that yet. Just put in a 45, but apart from his in-lap, those are his only slow laps, and those under the safety car, of course. So yeah, some tremendous pace, not slowing down, not worried about the fuel or tyre wear, just keeping it pinned. But TX is actually going quicker at this stage. He's just put in a personal best, TX. Gap closing to 4.6 seconds. Is it on? Can we believe it might be on to a finish here? Junior having to get the hurry up here, I think. Be keeping an eye on that gap, of course. But at least both drivers can see exactly what they need to do before the end of the race. Now, there's certainly dirt on in the air and on the surface of the exit, the previous corner there from Dad and Son. That was going into turn 11 today, normally 13. Does that mean he's starting to feel the pressure a little bit? Thrasher's all the way up in P3, but there's no way that front left makes the end of the race today. So looks like he is going to go down in the race order with another pit stop. Zen saying 34 laps, so 6 more. But certainly Thrasher looking like that tyre isn't going to make the end. And similar with Camzilla, maybe. There are drivers on much higher tyre grip available to the end. Cam going for the podium, says Jim, let's go. I'm worried about that front left for Cam though, Jim. I don't know if you've got any inside info, but look at this weaving going on, IndyCar style, down the main straightaway. Cudi, Dirksey, Saito. This is Saito on Dirksey to the inside. Dirksey playing it calm, trying to just get that nose ahead again. It's tricky. I think he's just there on the turn in. Makes it nicely. Still no guidance from our live audience on this livery from Saito. Is there a sci-fi book or series called The Sunlit Man? Doesn't appear to look like a spaceship, which is kind of the point, I thought. Or is it just space? Alien planet? I don't know. Any kind of sci-fi. But yeah, I need some help on that. As Jim's saying, just trying to keep my perfect record of teammates ending above the promo line. That's nice. He looks like he's probably on for that anyway. He had a, what was it, 6-point advantage over K2, Camzilla. Coming up to the, coming into this race. And Cam in 4th, but he's got K2 right behind him. What is Thrasher up to? Looked like he was just slightly off the racing line there. Does that mean he's heading in towards pit lane? If he's going to try and get this tyre home, I think he's going to have a hell of a defensive job to do. And we shall see. Hopefully we get all 12 racers home. here today. We didn't manage that in GTD Pro, sadly. Yeah, third is in the cards for Cam, says, I think you mean for Zen, says Zen. There goes Kuros. Everyone's behind Cam. Very popular guy. As the Hyundai of Junior absolutely buzzes the camera with the exhaust there. 44.9 that timeout. So he has woken up a little bit once TX started to close in. 45.6 from TX. So that fastest lap for him, his personal best, 44.8, was not able to be matched. And he might have taken a bit too much out of the front left there. Junior just keeping his driving that little bit more consistent and looking after the tyre, I want to say. Here is Cam passing Thrasher, who's just stayed out too long on that tyre, I believe. And he's going to lose the position to K2 into Panasonic because he can't turn right. Thrasher, look at that tyre. That is, it's time to give it up, Thrasher. Get in, put a set of softs on. I mean, really, it was 2 laps ago, I want to say. But he's not going to come in. He's just going to stick with the strategy. So there you go. He's made his bed. He's lying in it. Come what may. I don't think Camzilla's going to make it home. Not if Thrasher's already struggling. K2 to the inside. Both drivers giving a good margin of error there, which is very sensible given the lag on K2's car. As we run through turn 2, which doesn't, as far as I'm aware, have a name. It doesn't really deserve one. Turn 2, turn 3 is Coca-Cola. And then in towards the 100R sequence, which is turns 4 and 5 combined. You can see Cam down in 4th now. And writing very much on the wall for that tyre and this strategy. But pitting with 3 minutes to go is not much you're going to be able to do with that unless someone else has a tyre problem. Thrasher down to 6th now, unfortunately. You hate to see it, but with his gamer tag, it's got to be predicted he's going to burn through tyres. Mercury, P7, could be P6 coming up for Mercury. As we run on. 3 minutes to go. By the time they reach the start-finish line, pit lane entry, 3 minutes to go. Zen putting the money on a 34-lap race. But 1 3/4 minutes these laps are taking. As Cam staying out, getting the slipstream. Front left looking very difficult. So it's going to be 2 more. Exactly. And there's Cam side by side then with the Supra. The Jaguar better in a straight line. But there we go. Wow. That was dramatic. Was the contact, I wonder, between Cam and K2? It looked like it was possible, but quite a spectacular moment then from him. They go side by side the whole way down this straight. They did rub paintwork there. There was a significant impact there, not leaving the margin for error that we talked about just a few moments ago, either driver. So that is tough, very tough for Cam, who's going to lose out in a big way. And yeah, that's 2 for 2. Zen both times cheering on Cam. Jim saying that sucks, absolutely. But I've been in the situation myself. You know, I'm no racer at all by any stretch of the imagination, but I've definitely been in a situation where I am in front of cars that are clearly quicker than me and in better condition, and they just get fed up of waiting for you and defending. And it is one of the problems I think we have with sim racing, is that you just can't stop somebody from doing that because there's no danger impact and there's no financial loss to the driver. And when they just get frustrated, there is a limit, in my personal opinion to what you can do to defend, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. Jim saying the IR won't get Cam back to the finishing position where he was. I wish it did. If I were Steward King of the World, I would make a rule that that whatever penalty you were given puts you behind the person that that you did it to, as it were. If you're more than 50%, if you're more than, say, I don't know, 70% to blame, then that would be what I would do. If I were King of the World, I would do that. And Zen saying it's probably gonna be 33 now. Yeah, with the seconds ticking by. Looks like Junior has extended that gap again. So a small moment of hope was stamped out by Junior and his consistency here. Look at those times on the right-hand side of your screen right now. Absolutely amazing. He's got the windscreen wipers on as well. It's not even there to clear the dirty air. We don't have any rain on the circuit. I'm almost certain. No, we just switched the wipers on just to entertain ourselves, I think. It's the way it is. But usually that's the side of a driver who drives on the hood cam or on the actual nose of the car. Here he goes then. This one is going to be something very, very difficult to beat. A perfect score. 5 wins and fastest laps out of 6 rounds in the championship. 5 consecutive wins and fastest laps as well. Junior, 11 years old, dominates GTD this season. Incredible performance from him. TX comes by to take home P2 and a very successful day, I will say, for him over the course of the race. There goes K2 to come home on the podium. There'll be some question marks about that one after the incident with Cam. Bink in 4th, Cam's in 5th. Mercury home in 6th and Cooley in 7th. Saito and Thrasher, Saito and Dirksey across the line in that order, but only by 0.03 of a second, just under. Thrasher, Sully and Kuros. Kai will bring the Star Trek purple home to a finish. But Junior, what a season, what a driver, what patience and commitment. Absolutely phenomenal. I've run out of words to describe this season, but GG and absolutely incredible from our youngster here. And I know drivers consider it no shame to be behind him, but yeah, brilliant performance the whole season long. Just 5 wins and fastest laps plus a 2nd place. Amazing. And he's stuck with us as well for the entire season after winning the championship. But there you go, a picture for his frame book as well. Victory, everything goes the way of our youngster Junior. Congratulations to him and to Roy Mustang Senior as well. That must be a very, very special result and a season-long spell of dominance. Fastest lap, a 1:44.043. TX home in 2nd and K2 in 3rd, with Binkit, Kamzilla and Mercury making up the top 6. Kudi and Saito start the second half of the grid. Kudi and Saito 7th and 8th, with Dirksey 9th, Thrasher's 10th, Sully in 11th and Kuros home in the last position. Big thanks to Chaotica for hosting both sessions today and driving the safety car in this race as well. But wonderful season 5.2. We'll let you know on the Deviant social media channels and the Drink with Driver podcast over on Deviant Racing 9989 on YouTube if you want to stay tuned. But do join Deviant in the intervening period and see if you can qualify for one of our seasons coming up. There's plenty of racing as well to still be had through the week. So this is me, Webbo, saying goodbye and goodbye from Deviant Racing League as well. And we will catch you all on the next race day.